In continuation with the units of physical properties, we had actually basic units in the previous topic. Now let us consider the derived units. In case of the derived units, these are actually the units used for the other properties which are derived based on the 7 basic units. So let us consider one by one. Let us consider this first area. Area is defined as length into breadth. So this length and breadth, they are measured in meter and meter. That's why it is meter and meter, that is meter square. We can also call it as a square meter. Then we have this second one, volume. Volume of a vessel is measured in terms of this length into breadth into height. So this is again meter into meter into meter, that is equal to meter cube, also called as the cubic meter. Then we have the third one, density. Density is actually measured in terms of mass per unit volume. Mass per unit volume. This mass is expressed in terms of kg and volume is expressed in terms of meter cube. That's why we can write this as kg per meter cube. Kg meter to the power minus 3. Then fourth one is the concentration. Concentration is expressed as amount of substance divided by volume in liter or meter cube. Volume. So amount of substance is expressed in terms of mole. The volume is expressed in terms of meter cube. That's why it is mole per meter cube. Usually this is less used in chemistry. We use actually this concentration in terms of mole per decimeter cube, mole per liter, mole per 1000 cm cube, etc. But in SI system, we can have this volume in meter cube. That's why it is measured in terms of mole per meter cube. The fifth one is velocity. Velocity. Velocity is expressed in terms of distance traveled by time taken. Distance is measured in terms of meter. Time is measured in terms of second, that's why it is meter per second. Then the next one is acceleration. Acceleration. This acceleration is expressed in terms of rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity. Or we can write this as velocity by time. Velocity is expressed in terms of meter per second and divided by time, second. That's why it is expressed in terms of meter per second square. Velocity divided by time, that is indicating the acceleration of a moving particle. It is actually defined as the rate of change of velocity, meter per second divided by second, that is meter per second square. Then we have the next property, that is force. Force is expressed as mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration. Mass is expressed in terms of kg and acceleration is expressed in terms of meter per second square. That's why this force is expressed in terms of kg meter per second square. But this force is also expressed in terms of another unit, that is called as the Newton. It is the name of the scientist. That's why we write with a small letter Newton. But the symbol for this one is capital N. The next one is pressure. Pressure is expressed as force per unit area. force per unit area. That is force exerted on an area of a certain value. Force is expressed in terms of kg meter per second square and area is expressed in terms of meter square. That's why this pressure can be expressed in terms of kg per meter per second square. But kg meter per second square is also expressed in terms of Newton. Thus, this is also expressed in terms of Newton per meter square. But there is another name for this unit of the pressure in SI system. This Newton per meter square is also named as the pascals. Pascal, which is expressed in as a symbol as capital P small a. That is Newton per meter square or Pascal is nothing but equal to kg per meter per second square, or it is force per unit area. So this is about some derived units. Now let us see one or two expressions with respect to the density, concentration, etc. Let us see some conversions in fact. Suppose you are given density in terms of some CGS unit. Say for example, we are having density of water is equal to 1.0 gram per cm cube. If you are asked to calculate the density in SI system, then we can have this conversions. 1 into gram is converted to kg, that is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 kg. Then divide by cm cube. Cm stands for 10 to the power minus 2 meter whole cube. There is a chance of confusion here. Cm to the power minus 3. It is not only to the m, it is to the both c and m. That's why we write 10 to the power minus 2 meter whole cube. So on simplification you will get 1 into 10 to the power minus 3 and this will be 10 to the power 6 when it comes to the numerator. That's why we have this kg per meter cube. So 1 gram per cm cube is equal to 1 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. This is the conversion of density from gram per cm cube, CGS unit, to this kg per meter cube. Now let us take 1 gram per liter. Suppose you have a density. Let me take for example this density of mercury. Density of mercury is 13.6 gram per cm cube. That is, it is 13.6 gram per cm cube, or it is 13.6 times more heavier than water of same volume. So this can be converted to the same SI unit as 13.6 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. Then coming to the density, suppose I have this density of a particular liquid as 1.5 into 10 to the power 1 gram per liter, or in other words we can say 15 gram per liter. If you want to convert this density to this kg per meter cube, then we have to write 15 gram is converted to kg by multiplying with 10 to the power minus 3. Then 1 liter corresponds to 1000 cm cube. This is 15 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 1000 into, we have already seen 1 cm cube corresponds to 10 to the power minus 2 whole cube meter cube. So it is 10 to the power minus 6 meter cube. Or we can say 10 to the power minus 3 and everything gets cancelled. So we write this 15 kg per meter cube. So 1 gram per liter corresponds to 1 kg per meter cube, or 15 kg per liter, 15 kg per meter cube. So there is no any change in the value, it is only change in the unit. 15 grams per liter corresponds to 15 kg per meter cube. So this is about some of the derived units. For some more derived units, we will consider in the next video. Thank you.